In our last video, we talked about exactly what pets we should upgrade if we primarily use air armies. And honestly, out of the 4 air-based pets for air-based armies, none of them completely suck. They are all great choices depending on the situation for any air army. But when it comes to ground pets, there are definitely that can be useful in some situations, but overall, they just suck. Since Root Riders arrived at the game, many players have adjusted to ground attacks as their preferred method of attacking, including this guy. And whether it was Hybrid at Town Hall 13, Super Bowlers at Town Hall 14, E-Titans at Town Hall 15, or Root Riders at Town Hall 16 and 17, I have always preferred ground strategies over air strategies. So as we are strategic rushing, it is very important that we not waste time or Dark Elixir on substandard pets. So first of all, which pet should we skip when deciding what to upgrade? First we have Lassie, and while she does boast 4100 HP and 290 DPS, which is nothing to scoff at, her game mechanics are such that she hits buildings within 2.5 tiles of the hero she is on. Not the building the hero is hitting, and not defenses, which would both make her considerably more valuable. And because of that, she's not as powerful as some of the other pets, which means even with her high HP, she's not a super powerful option on the battlefield. So the first pet that we do not want to upgrade is Lassie. Second, we have the mighty Yak. And while the Yak is super cute and cuddly, and also boasts the highest HP of all pets at 6,300, the reality is, again, this pet's game mechanics are lacking when compared to better options. Sure, it does 20 times damage versus walls, but do we need more wall breaking capability with Root Riders, Earthquake Boots, or even the occasional jump spell? So I know that the Yak was used extensively in Clash Worlds last year, but for me, it just doesn't make the cut. So for Tip Dog 20, this is a big no for the Yak. This third pet is a bit of a surprise for me, as I always considered it one of the stronger pets we could use, but ricochet cannons have completely changed my opinion on this pet. No, it's not the Phoenix or Frosty, but the Unicorn. And I realize this might be a bit controversial, and I have recommended it in the past, but with 3 ricochet cannons now on the map at Town Hall 17, even with 23-25 HP, it still dies in around 7 shots, rendering it a pet that's only good for bases where we know the Queen, for example, won't be encountering any ricochet cannons. This is a tough one for me, and maybe you're still using it like I am as a backup whenever another pet is down, but I did change my opinion on this one, and I'm gonna have to say that the Unicorn and its valuability on the field just isn't there for me. Fourth on this list is the Poison Lizard, and while there can be some really solid use cases for it, since it's so effective in taking down heroes, the reality is, it doesn't do anything more than a headhunter can do. So while it can essentially save us 6 troop space in a headhunter, the reality is there are other ground-based pets that can do so much more, so I personally would not waste any time or DE on it initially. Lastly, we have the pet that actually works decent as a backup for an air-based army, but in my opinion, completely sucks when it comes to a ground-based army. Literally, it sucks. And that, of course, is the Angry Jelly. And while there are some attacks where it can come in handy, again, these are very niche and aren't used a ton. On top of that, in a ground-based army, the Angry Jelly typically dies to a black mine or an air defense pretty quickly, which means we don't get a lot of use out of it past the first 30 seconds of its ability. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to say that the Angry Jelly is not something that I'm gonna waste DE or time on. And for ground attacks, that leaves us with Frosty, Diggy, the Phoenix, the Spirit Fox, and Sneezy that I would focus on whenever we're strategic rushing. Yes, Sneezy for ground attacks, which is used with the Warden to deter any air-based traps such as red bombs from hitting my healers. and I will start using it as soon as it's finished upgrading. Now, to be clear, just because I'm not a fan of these 5 pets that I've listed, doesn't mean that you may be able to find good uses for them. In fact, if you're using one of these to great effect, then go for it. That's awesome. But for me personally, I either have found that it just sucks or it doesn't work as well as another pet could in its place in the types of attacks that I use. So let me know which pets you are using in the comments below. Maybe it's one of the 5 that I listed that suck. You guys let me know in the comments, and I love it, where I'm wrong, where you have a different opinion, and please continue to do so. And if you'd like to watch the video where I talk about air pets, then here it is. Make sure you check it out. These are the best pets that I would use personally for any air style attack. Don't forget to subscribe for the next video that will be coming out very soon. Until that next video, my name is TipDog20. I'll see you then.